Hello, everyone. Welcome to my podcast, Irene's podcast, where I essentially just have a very chill talk with you guys, talking about a bunch of different subjects. And basically, I wanted to make a podcast instead of uploading about YouTube channel tips kind of content, just because I feel like these are a lot more fun to film. And I thought, why not just try something new? And I feel like it's going to be really different compared to just sitting down and filming videos a little bit more professionally as compared to casually, because I don't have to edit anything, which is honestly so amazing for me. But I'm really going to have to concentrate on not making any mistakes because I'm not going to be cutting anything out or editing. So I guess that's like the beauty of podcasts, right? That it's a lot more natural and original content, I guess. So in today's episode 1, I'm going to be talking about how I manage my YouTube channel because there are a lot of questions about that. I asked you guys on my Instagram stories as well as my YouTube community post, as always, for any questions that you guys have regarding anything, just not related to K-pop, because that's more for my other channel, like auditions as well. And that's what today's episode is going to be about. But other episodes I have planned is talking about my favorite K-dramas, or not even my favorite, like ranking K-dramas that I watched recently, or just popular ones in general. And then I also want to answer you guys is like just random questions that you guys asked on the community posts and the stories. And then I also want to make like you guys comment down some life problems that you have that aren't necessarily related to auditions, and I make like little solutions for them, just like a casual kind of talk. And I also really want to do like a sleepover style where I wear pajamas and it's like really dark and that kind of mood, if that makes sense. So I have a lot of ideas for this podcast, and I feel like it'll be just really fun to just sit down and talk with you guys, because why not? By the way, I do have this microphone. I'm not sure if it'll work. It's just my phone wrapped in this sock and along with tape because I wanted to hold up my phone. And apparently having socks over your phone, it helps with the audio. So that's that. So let's move on with the questions. So the first question that I have is, what inspired you to start YouTube? Let's just start with that question. So what inspired me? So I guess back then when I first started YouTube, it was around the October-ish, September of 2019. And back then I watched a heck lot of YouTube, probably too much YouTube. And I just really liked watching videos. I don't have a specific YouTuber that inspired me or a person that inspired me, but I just really liked watching YouTube videos. And I guess I wanted to try it out for myself. So I just made some videos related to K-pop, and they're all still up. So I never actually delete any of my old videos just because they're embarrassing. Although I do want to. I feel like, I don't know, I just have it up, and I just made videos about K-pop, and a lot of people liked the 2 K-pop audition videos that I first uploaded on my channel. So I decided to make more videos on that, and people enjoyed that even more. So that's basically my niche, was sprinkled with some other content, like just K-pop content, and these days like fashion, because I just really like watching fashion hauls too. I feel like they're just really entertaining, and I think that's about it. Just watching a lot of YouTubers and just YouTube videos in general inspired me to start my channel. I feel like being a YouTuber, or I'm not even like a YouTuber because I'm not full-time YouTuber, is not that difficult. I think it's just more like building those experiences up, just uploading more videos, getting more feedback. That's kind of how you grow as a YouTuber. So that wasn't really part of the question. So I guess that's it. I don't really have a specific answer. And the next question is, how do you stay consistent on YouTube? So if you guys know, I upload almost 2 times a week, definitely on Mondays and then sometimes on Thursdays or Fridays, and I'm always consistent. I am that just type of person that can't handle when I miss a deadline on just any school projects. I can't handle that because I just get anxious. I'm like, oh my god, I did not hand that in, and then I can't sleep at night. Yeah, so I guess that's just kind of my personality type. Like, I have to get things done in order to feel satisfied. And I guess if I could give a tip, is to always have backup videos uploaded, ready to go. So I just have a few videos just in case if I miss that upload. I always have something to upload, even if it isn't that best even if it isn't like the best quality I can upload, I can still upload something. And I guess that's just kind of how I stay consistent. I always pre-plan my videos, so that means I guess there are a lot of steps to filming a YouTube video, not just filming, but like making a YouTube video. So that'll be scripting if that is needed, and then filming the video, and then editing the video, and then uploading, which also takes some time. I feel like some people just think you just film it and then you cut out a few parts and then just upload it. But those 4 steps I feel like are the most significant steps. And I always do that before I upload on Monday, so that could be filming on Saturday and then editing like really hard on Saturday night and then uploading on Sunday or not. But I also have to upload it earlier for Patreon members. So that's just kind of how I stay consistent. That wasn't really an answer. I'm like trying to think of something to say because I don't want to leave random like gaps here of just me thinking, because I'm not going to edit this, which is probably like really weird. Like I can't color correct. I probably will, but I don't know what's gonna happen since this is my first episode. Please just bear along with it. And I also want to upload these podcasts onto like Spotify, but I'm still trying to figure that out because still new to this thing. And the next question is, I feel like this is going to be a little bit more easier to answer. Do people in your school or class know about your YouTube channel? And the answer to that is yes. Well, my family, no, that was not the question, but my family knows about it, obviously. I only have 3 family members. And my mom always, like, every morning when I upload, she'll always, like, I'll go to school and then she'll be like, in that video, your outfit choice was a little off. And I'll be like, Mom, can you? And then she'll always, like, critique, like, in this video, your hairstyling was a little messy. Like, right now, she'll probably say that. And then my sister sometimes watches my videos. Like, when I first started YouTube, I feel like my sister was my biggest fan. She used to always comment on stuff until her like, Gmail account got deactivated, and then she couldn't do that anymore. But she got it back. But anyways, that's besides the point. And then my dad will sometimes also watch my videos. But, yeah. My family is pretty supportive, which actually connects to the next question that I'll answer. But anyways, do people in your school or class know about your YouTube channel? So all of my friends know, like my closer friends. I don't think they really watch my videos. I feel like if they do, they only watch like my vlogs and then my fashion videos, I guess. I only have a few, but that's the ones that they talk about the most, and they'll be like, oh my god, I saw your vlog. I was in it. And then my other friend, she'll be like, my best friend, she'll be like, I was in that vlog, that's why I got that many views. You should add me in more videos. And yeah, they're really supportive of my channel. I feel like, I mean, if they weren't, would they really be my friends? And there's also these classmates that I have, which I wouldn't really consider as my friends, just classmates. And they're just these guys, and they're always like, I'm your biggest fan, Irene. And I'll be like, okay. I feel like they're watching this too. If you are, comment. And they were once in my live stream too, so they're oddly supportive. Okay, so yeah, they definitely know about it. I feel like back in junior high right now, and I'm in high school, everyone in this, like, in the grade knew about my YouTube channel, and I wasn't mad about it. Like, I was like pretty proud that people knew about it. And I'm not one to get like shy about my YouTube channel or anything. Just, I feel like people wouldn't understand my videos, I feel like. Not many people know about K-pop auditions, so I feel like it's not what they're interested in, definitely not, but they still subscribe and watch. Actually, some of them don't even subscribe, but that's okay. Watching is good, yeah, okay. And then the next question that I said that relates to that is, were you ever afraid of your friends or family's opinions when you started your channel? So when I first started my channel, actually, I had this, can I say her name? Let's just say Jay, because that's what her name starts with. So I had this friend Jay in grade 9, and I always used to, in grade 9, I did not like study at all, because a lot of the stuff that we learned were really easy, and I got good marks, so I was like, oh, this is so easy for me, I don't have to study, I don't have to try hard, I can just talk to my friends. So Jay, she actually helped me plan a lot of the YouTube videos, and we just wrote like this 2-page list of all of the videos that I could film related to K-pop, and she basically like really started me out. So thanks if you're watching this. You probably, I don't think she watched my videos, but Yeah. And and then my other friend, I'm just gonna say her name, Angela. So it's like a very common name, so I'm sure she'll be fine. There are tons of Angelas out there. And basically, she just always commented on my videos. I totally didn't force her to. And then, like, my other friends are also really supportive. My family, as I said, they're also supportive. So, yeah. Was I afraid of their opinion? Not my friends. Definitely not, because they already knew that I love K-pop. And I used to film these, like, cover dances, and they helped me out with it. They always filmed it for me or, like, turned on the music for me. Oh, yeah! In junior high, because I had, like, in junior high, there weren't that many kids, like, compared to high school, obviously. And I remember this one time, like, I always used to dance in front of them at lunch, just K-pop dances. And then this one lunch, it's like the entrance to the school, and there's this, like, walkway, and I essentially just danced there, and everyone was, like, circling around me and watching. And I thought, I was like most people would be, like, shy about that, right? But I was actually, like, low-key proud of myself that I did that. And I had a lot of fun doing that. It was really fun, and I'm pretty sure they liked it too. If not, that would have been really annoying. Yeah. But I feel like I was most afraid of my mom's opinion, because she doesn't really like me using social media and stuff like that, which is totally understandable, because there are a ton of weird people out there, which obviously I was aware of. But now with my YouTube channel, I'm more aware of that. I feel like they're just not weird people, but I learned that a lot of people don't have common sense. Like, they can't follow simple instructions, or, just things like that. I feel like people lack common sense. Common sense is not so common, is what I want to say. Oh my god, it's only been 12 minutes, and I feel like I've been talking for like 30 minutes. How am I going to continue? I don't even have that many questions. Maybe I'll try to make up a few questions. But so far, all of these questions have been asked by you guys, and maybe I'll sprinkle in a few other questions too. Maybe I should have planned more before sitting down to film. I was actually so excited to film this. It's all I was thinking about this entire week, although it's been a busy week because it's like February 4th, 5th, and it's the beginning of the semester. The semester started on February 1st, so I've been really busy with all of my courses. Yeah, I'll just do that, talk about life. So this semester I have Business IB, which I've been really enjoying, and I've been getting really good marks, so I'm satisfied with that. And then I have ELA IB, which isn't bad either. I thought it would be a lot worse than it is. And then Math 20 IB. That one is a hard course because it's 20 and it's also IB. So if you guys don't know what IB is, which I don't expect you to, because a lot of people don't actually. If you're like in the US, then you probably know what AP is. Essentially, it's just harder than AP, like a lot harder. And it's just ahead of the normal regular curriculum, and it's also harder, so it's faster, it's really fast paced, and it's also harder. So that's essentially what that is. And I also have gym, which I don't really like gym, honestly. I'm not really good at running, but gym isn't all about running. Like today we did yoga and it was pretty fun. My legs still hurt from it, and we did this like guided meditation thing where everyone just like laid down on the yoga mat and all the lights were off, and it was just like the perfect time to sleep, and I had like a 10-minute nap, so that was really amazing. So that's how my life has been going. I actually could not upload two times a week this week because I was just so busy with school, and like for some reason business has so many quizzes and tests. So if you're watching this, business teacher, please less tests, please, I beg you. And also, I was planning on filming like a little earlier so that I could get some natural sunlight, because it's like 4:52 p.m. right now, like 5 p.m. And I was hoping that I could get some natural sunlight like at 3, but I couldn't do that because it snowed a lot today, obviously Canada. So there was this like snow blower. It's like, you can think of it as a leaf blower, but for snow. And it was just on the entire time, and I couldn't film or record because I wanted good audio. And then later on, after blowing the snow, I don't know who was doing it, probably my neighbors, they also had to shovel the snow, and that was even more noise, so I couldn't film But here I am filming and I'm satisfied with that. So let's just move on to the next question. I've been like talking a lot, but that's kind of the point of a podcast. I feel like just blabbing on. If you guys don't like blabbing on, don't watch. But if you like just background noise and you just want to listen to something because you're bored, then this is what you need to listen to. So the next question is, a lot of people asked this, like at least 10 people asked this. How do you balance school and uploading on YouTube? So as I mentioned, school is really hard for me because I have IB, like full IB. I feel like you wouldn't know what it is until you experience it, or you know like a friend who does it. It's just hard, to say the least. And how do I balance it? So that's an interesting question. I feel like I'm not that great at being productive, honestly. Sometimes I don't do homework, but it's fine. It's fine, right? I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, at the end of the day, if I get good marks, that's kind of what matters. I'm a little worried for math, but it's okay. And how do I balance it? So, honestly, a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers say that filming YouTube videos takes like, oh my god, it takes 3 days, 3 solid days for me to make a YouTube video. But for me, that really isn't the case. If I'm like really, really rushing, and although it might not be like the best quality, I could definitely film within an hour, edit within, well, I mean, let's start with script writing. I could definitely do it within an hour, film within an hour, edit, depends on the length of the video, but probably 1 to 2 hours, and then uploading probably takes about 30 minutes. So I could finish that all within like 4 to 5 hours. So it's not that much compared to other YouTubers. Although I put in a lot of effort for my videos, that doesn't necessarily equate to how many hours I put in, because you could really just be uploading crap, but it takes a lot of time to do it. So, yeah. And then that's only like 1 or 2 times a week. And then school, although I still have school, there are times where I just want a break from school, I guess. So I just film videos or edit videos. But the thing is about filming videos, you might just be thinking, oh, all you have to do is pop up a camera and you've got to film. But no, for me, I have to like feel pretty while I'm filming, or otherwise I just don't feel like it at all. And although today I don't necessarily feel pretty, I feel at least clean because I just showered and my hair is a little still wet, and yeah, that's fine. Although, oh my god, sorry, my sister is having an online class next door and I'm probably being really loud, so sorry if you're watching that. And then the next question is how to stay productive. How to stay productive. Honestly, that's not the best question to ask me because I'm not like a productivity queen. I have to be honest, I'm a human being too. I'm not that great at being productive 24/7. I definitely sometimes just fall into that hole where you're just scrolling through YouTube, scrolling through Instagram, even though you're not really looking for anything, and you just kind of waste time on social media apps, which is not a best thing to do. But we've all been there, let's be honest. We've all been there where we need to get something done and you're like, oh my god, this thing is due tomorrow, but then you're sitting there watching K-dramas and you're like, oh my god, what am I doing with my life? I I feel like I always get it done at the end of the day, which is, I've been using that phrase a lot, at the end of the day. I don't know how to answer this. Head empty. I guess just focus on what you need to get done and prioritize. So if YouTube is really something important to you, like let's just say you need to balance YouTube and school, then you probably want to do that first. But if you also have a quiz tomorrow, you probably want to study for that as well. I do a lot of last minute stuff too. I used to never do that. I always was that person where you plan 2 days earlier and you finish everything. But now, just because I have so many things on my plate, I feel like I'm procrastinating a little bit more. But it's okay. I don't have that much things to do. Like, since this is a Friday today, I don't... Actually, I have quite a few things to do. I have this ELA assignment due on Monday? No, Monday, yes. And then I've got this business thing that I have to finish on Monday morning, but I also have to add in comments for that, which are just like answers to these business related questions. And then I have to study for a business quiz on Monday. No, it's a test. It's a unit test on Monday, and then I've got to study for math. Math is just an always thing. And then for gym, good thing I have gym because gym doesn't have homework. If gym had homework, that would suck, honestly. How do you get the motivation to film videos? So that's the next question. How do I get motivation? It's a good question. I think, I guess, I think it's just like kind of like a duty that I have to do. Even if I don't want to do it, I still push myself to, because I like filming YouTube videos. I like uploading and I like showing you guys content because you guys really enjoy it too. And a part of that I feel like is also that I have fans that are expecting something from me, and that's what really pushes me. I feel like I've never had that one moment where it's like, oh, I want to give up on YouTube. Obviously, I've had hardships along the way. Like filming and editing, it's not easy, especially to do every week consistently. And when you've also got other stuff in your life and you're not just like a full-time YouTuber, it is hard, but I've never really lost motivation, and I've never felt like giving up, I guess, which I'm sure will happen one day, but for now I'm not sick of it yet. And I think it's just natural motivation. Like I don't really have something, like one thing that really pushes me to try harder, but that's around it. I think to find motivation is to just find your passion. Sounds cringy, but if you like something, you're probably going to end up doing it. Like even though I don't like editing, to be honest. Sometimes it's a little hard and it's just like repetitive, I guess, just to like cut out clips of me talking. Oh my god. Sometimes I will just like repeat my introduction. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. I will repeat that 10 times just because I don't like how it sounds. And to listen to that over again just gives me a stress and it's not nice. But I guess I just motivate myself to do it, even if I don't want to. I feel like none of the stuff that I'm saying is making sense, but at least this is entertaining, I hope. If it isn't, actually don't comment that. If it is entertaining, comment that down. And the next question that I have is, what would you be doing if you were not a YouTuber? I would probably just be a normal student, right? Because it's not like YouTube is my job. But yeah, just probably just live life like a normal person. I would still stan K-pop or stan Red Velvet, and I would still watch K-dramas. I really have to make that video about my favorite K-dramas and stuff like that because I think that's going to be a really interesting video. I do have like a basic script. It's called Dramas. It's in my folder called Dramas, and I just have like this list of all of the K-dramas that I've recently watched, and then I also have a ranking out of 10, and they're just like around 15, maybe 10 shows that I have that I've ranked. And obviously, I think you guys know what my favorite is. If you guys are a big fan of my other channel, then you probably know what my favorite drama is going to be recently. It's so good. And yesterday, I finished watching Shrew Beauty, which honestly was a little cringy for me. I'm going to talk about it more in the drama video, in the K-drama video. K-drama related video, but it was a little cringy, but I just love the grapefruit strawberry ship. You know what I'm talking about if you watch the show. That's my favorite ship. Honestly, I don't care about Soo or Sejun, but the sister and the teacher. Oh, they're just so cute together. I feel like they're just a really funny ship, which I really like. It takes away the cringe. It purifies the cringe, I guess, even though sometimes they're a little cringy too. Like if you saw the last episode, that episode was a little cringy. How I don't want to spoil it, but it's like the combination of cringy and funny. So honestly, that's all of the questions related to YouTube, but I also wanted to answer a few questions that aren't necessarily related to YouTube but still about motivation and stuff like that. So a question that I got is motto of my life. Why do you guys always have the most hardest questions? I feel like maybe I'm just not good at responding to them, but I don't really have a specific motto, I guess. But I feel like I'm a person that just goes along with the vibe rather than I still think through stuff, but I feel like the vibe of something is really important for me. Like if I were to choose something, I would probably go with the one that my heart says rather than my head. Yeah. Oh, and some people were asking about my MBTI, but I honestly don't have a specific MBTI. Oh my god, I forgot another episode that I wanted to film, which was 100 questions and 100 answers. Taeyeon from Girls' Generation, she recently did that video that she filmed 10 years ago, and she like, or not 10, or a few years ago, and then she compared it with her current self, and that was like an interesting video that I kind of want to do on my podcast as well, and one of the questions is MBTI, so that's why I started talking about it. But I honestly don't have a specific MBTI. Every time I take a test, like those online tests, I always get different results. But I've seen some articles saying that they're false, which makes sense. They're just online. But the only common factor that all of them have is that I'm an extrovert. Definitely, I'm not an introvert. And yeah, well, I guess I like being alone sometimes. I'd rather be like hanging out with a few friends rather than going to a party. Is that even introverted? You could be extroverted and have a few friends. Yeah. What's that clap? I'm like really worried about how this is going to turn out because I'm not editing any clips and I'm probably rambling a lot. So yeah, I guess if you guys have any episode recommendations that you guys want me to talk about, just not related to K-pop or K-pop audition. And even though I asked that same thing on the community post, people are still like asking K-pop audition questions, so that's fine. I used to be really pissed off about that. I was like, why can't people read and follow simple instructions? But now I just have to accept that that's just the way people are. That's so negative, but it's just really the way it is. So yeah. So this is kind of related to YouTube, so I'll answer that as well. So this person asks a favorite compliments or comments, like YouTube comments, they said. So I guess my recent favorite YouTube comment would have to be that, oh my god, I love your voice, as in like talking voice, because I am obsessed with It's Okay to Be Not Okay. And obviously the female lead, her voice, Ko Min-young's voice, Seoyeji's voice specifically, her voice is so good, and it's just a very pleasant voice to hear, I guess. I've never heard that type of voice. Like, if you guys haven't watched a drama, you totally should. Not just for her voice, but the plot, the actors, actresses, they're all so perfect. And basically, about the voice, yeah. That's, like, been my favorite compliment, because sometimes people will comment things like, oh my god, your voice is so relaxing to hear. And I'll be like, wow, am I Ko Min-young now? Obviously, I don't think that, but, like, I think that's, like, a really nice compliment. But I just really like it when people just say, oh my god, I really appreciate the effort that you put in, not like, oh my god, you helped me so much, because at first, you know, like, that was a nice compliment, but it gets overused. Like, no matter how many times you listen to an amazing song, you know, you just get sick of it, I guess. But when people like say, oh my god, I appreciate your efforts and your hard work, that really makes me happy and makes my day. Yeah. Honestly, a lot of people think that this is a compliment, but for me, and I think a lot of other YouTubers, it's not, which is, you look like blah blah blah. And a lot of the comments that I get is like, you look like Solgi, which I can sometimes see. At first I was like, what? No? But I guess I can sometimes see it. Like, there's this one picture where she really looked like me. Like, there's this one picture. It's like this screenshot from the hashtag Cookie Jar movie, music video, sorry, not movie. That's what you call it in Korean, 뮤비, music video. But yeah, like that one scene, she looked like me. But there will also be comments like, you look like Jenny, and which I don't really agree with. I feel like every YouTuber, Korean, Asian YouTuber gets that comment, like, you look like blah blah blah. And then there'll be people like, stop saying every Asian YouTuber looks like a K-pop idol. Like, yeah, I agree with that, because it doesn't necessarily, like, maybe the first time I heard it, I was like, oh, that's so nice. I look like a famous K-pop idol that's really, really pretty. It might be nice to hear, but once you hear it 1,000 times, you're just like, wow, am I just a Seolgi lookalike, or am I like myself? which I feel really bad for those people that actually really, really look like a K-pop idol. And all of their comments will be like, bro, you look like Rose, you look like Jenny, you look like Irene, like, you know, whatever. And all of the comments will be like that. And I feel like, I feel bad for them almost, just because they aren't identified as themselves, but someone's lookalike, which, you know, may be great the first few times you hear it, but I feel like it would be really, it would just be really heartbreaking to hear every time, because that's the only thing you're identified as. Like, kind of compared to, like, if you're someone's sister, like someone famous is famous, or your sister is famous, and that's like the only thing you're recognized as. Yeah, you're not recognized as yourself, but that person's sister, or that person's girlfriend, or that person's boyfriend. So that was like a major talk. Wow, I actually found something to talk about that wasn't really rambling. I guess this is rambling too, and totally off topic, but hey, it's my podcast. I get to do what I want to do. I hope this is like actually like entertaining and makes sense, because if not, that's just so sad. Should I just answer all of the questions here? I don't know. I think, yes. I want to make this pretty long, and it's hit the 30-minute mark, 31 minutes. So maybe I will, just because I want to. So let's just get on with it. The first thing you do after you wake up. So the first thing I'll do is, usually, let's say I don't go to band, because band is, I have to wake up at 6 and then go to band at around 6:50. So that's like a different schedule. But usually school starts at 9 o'clock, but I get to there at around 8:30, just because I don't like being late, and I'm always there earlier rather than being late. So I'll wake up either at 6 or 6:30, and say I don't have a premiere, like it's just a normal day, then I'll just wake up at 6. I'll firstly take off my contacts, because I do contacts at night, which are called ortho Ks, which you just put contacts in at night and you're good for the day, but you also have to do it at night. Some people last 2 days, but that's like really rare. Like if you have really, I guess, like better prescriptions, you could, but I don't last 2 days. So anyways, I'll take them off. Oh, fun story. A week ago, not lost. So, story time. Wow. How can I describe this? Okay, so here's my phone case. I took it out. So at night, I'm just putting on my lenses as usual. Sorry, I call them lenses because in Korea you do. And here's my sink, right? Right? And then there's like water falling down, right? And this is like the floor, or the tabletop. And I'm just like putting them on, and then I drop it. By the way, this is so hard to do. Here's my tabletop, and then immediately there's a mirror here, along with the sink kind of like attached to it. So I drop my lenses immediately here, and I see it. So I don't know how I saw that. So I use this tool, kind of looks like a really small, like, I use it to take off my lenses. It kind of looks like a toilet, what is it? I think the toilet stick thing. I think you guys know what I mean. But I use that to like kind of like squeeze it out, because it's like directly attached to the mirror. So I want to like take that out, and then this is not helping at all. So I get to the corner, right? And what I do essentially is I end up pushing it even more, which makes sense because I was like struggling to get it out. And then later on, I'm like, oh my God, I just can't do it. So I call my dad for help. And he just basically helps me with like chopsticks to like help me get it's just my right side, get it out. And then he's like, he says, oh no, I broke it. And it's just like in half. And I'm like, oh boy, but was I really expecting that? Kind of. So that's what happened. So essentially that was last week, and my order came again because my parents like bought another one. They're like really expensive. They're like $500 each eye, which I feel really bad. And so basically that reminds me, I also got a new calendar from that place. It's just from the eye doctor. Nice calendar, really. What is this? This isn't supposed to be a video. It's supposed to be a podcast. But anyways, that's what happened. What does that have to do with what I was talking about? Oh, right. My waking up routine. So I'll take off my contacts, and then I'll also take off my Invisalign, because I used to do Invisalign, but now I just have you know, just the ones that you do at night. So I'll just take them off because I feel so grimy. And sometimes I'll brush my teeth then. Sometimes I'll do it after I eat breakfast. And essentially what I do is I come back up, and then I go on my computer. I reply to emails. I reply to like business emails, Instagram DMs. I check my feed. I respond to YouTube comments, which takes the most amount of time. I respond to Patreon members. I check if any of my orders have shipped. That's honestly like a really fun time, just checking if all my orders have shipped. And they'll be like, this is still in the pre-posting area. Oh, and then I also check like my affiliate. I can't talk. I've been talking for a while, that's probably why. I'll check my affiliate links and stuff like that, and then after that I'll probably eat breakfast, brush my teeth maybe if I didn't do it before, and then I'll just go to school. That's basically my routine. I don't really have anything interesting, to be honest. Yeah. The next question is, why do you live in Canada? So a lot of people are like curious about that. So essentially I was born in Korea. I'll just tell you guys like my basic life story. I was born in Korea in around first grade. I went to the US, Texas. And then after that, during like 4th grade, I went back to Korea, but not where I was born in. I don't want to share that, but somewhere different. And then 7th grade, I went here to Canada, and now I'm living in Canada. And so you might be asking, why do you move so often? So essentially, my dad is an engineer, and engineers, they have specific oil, like, they have this like specific places where a lot of people can get, like, my dad has this job where he works for the Korean government, but they can send you to anywhere basically, and you have to go. And when you go somewhere else, you make more money. But essentially, that's just your job, basically. Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense, but essentially, it's just for my dad's job. And the next question is, have you been in a relationship with someone? So, here's my relationship story. Yeah, there's none. I've never been in a relationship with someone just because I don't want to. Tons of guys have asked me out. Like, that's not a flex, but I just, yeah. But no, I don't really feel like it. Honestly, I'm a little busy with other stuff, so I don't have time for that. And yeah, obviously I've liked guys before, but I've never been in a relationship, which is totally fine because no one's worthy enough for me. No, I'm just kidding. That's just a joke. Okay, there will be people that are like, wow, you're so self-absorbed. Anyways, next question. Favorite book genre? I don't really have a specific favorite book genre. I guess like fiction, any type of fiction is pretty interesting. And then the next question is, what kind of career do you want to have in the future? So I guess something business related I just really like. And I just like business. Obviously, like I said, I have a course, business IB course, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So probably that. I don't have a specific job that I want to do, but in the future, I still want to continue doing my YouTube channel. I doubt that I could do a full-time YouTube job just because YouTubers do not earn money, like barely enough money. And even if it is, even if you make a lot of money, half of that goes to YouTube, which I don't want. So yeah. Next question, favorite Korean food? I love food, but I guess my favorite would be tteokbokki, which you guys probably know what it is. Like, honestly, if a Korean doesn't like tteokbokki, there's something wrong with you. Like, you're not a Korean. And then the next one is, which is a little bit more underrated, I would say, is sundubujjigae, which is like, let me just search it up and try to see like the English translation. Sundubujjigae. Oh, it's literally just called sundubujjigae. It's like a soft tofu stew. Okay, that sounds really bad, but I swear it's so good. It's a little spicy, and you just have really like soft tofu. Like, I know like I don't want to like generalize, but why people don't see tofu as like a really yummy thing, but in Korean food it's really good. Like tofu and salad, that's just but yeah, anyways. Those are my two favorite foods, Korean foods. But if I'm talking about like non-Korean foods, I also really like poke bowls. God, Poke bowls are so good. Oh, and also kind of something really, it's like Asian cuisine, but I love salmon, like raw salmon, sashimi or sushi. Wow, my mouth waters just thinking about that. The next question is, what is your favorite season? My favorite season is summer, which is so ironic because I live in Canada where it is winter like for 9 months, and then the other seasons are like fall. But there's like a week of summer. It's fine. But I like summer the best just because I just don't like cold. I hate being cold. I feel like I can't think properly. At least like in summer you can wear pretty clothes. Obviously in winter you could, but you're hiding it with your coat, which I don't really like. And oh, the next question, I should have answered this before, is what is it like being an Asian in Canada? So you might be thinking like there's a lot of like white people in Canada and there's not much diversity, but that is like definitely not it. In Canada there are a lot of diverse individuals. Why did that sound like an essay? There are a lot of diverse individuals. And there's a lot of Asians too, especially because I'm doing IB. There's a lot of Chinese people. So definitely I don't feel like left out or I feel like people are racist. I mean, anywhere you go, people are going to be racist. So yeah. The next question is favorite movies or shows. So obviously my favorite movie, why did I say obviously? You guys probably don't even know this, but I answered this in my first Q&A video, but my favorite movie is this movie called 5 Feet Apart. It's really sad. It's based on this book, and I guess a short summary of this is like there are these two kids, not really kids, teenagers. Yeah, there are these two teenagers that both have this like lung problem. I don't know how to describe it. I forgot the word. But essentially, they're both in the hospital and they have these conditions where they can't touch each other and they can't like basically they can't even talk to each other properly without being 5 feet or 6 feet apart. But then they essentially, I don't want to spoil it, but they make it, I don't want to spoil it. Oh yeah, they have FC, which is something related to lungs. I'm sorry, I'm not a doctor. I hate science, so don't ask me all this. But like that guy's in there, Cole Sprouse. Can I be honest? I don't find him hot. Anyways, that's unrelated. That's my favorite movie. My favorite show, I guess, is like if we're talking like K-dramas, then it would be Tempted and It's Okay to Be Not Okay. For the longest time it was Tempted, but now I feel like It's Okay to Be Not Okay is like slowly crawling up my bias list. Wow, my bias list for K-dramas. And then my favorite show like that isn't Korean or K-dramas is The Good Place. It's on Netflix. And I also really love Once Upon a Time. Once Upon a Time is just forever in my heart. It's just so good. Both of those shows are on Netflix. And It's Okay to Be Not Okay is also on Netflix. And those are my favorite movies and shows. For the longest time, I never had an answer to that. I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I like all movies. But now I do have a definite answer. One of my things for my LA assignment is, what is your favorite movie or something like that? I really don't want to do it because I don't want to be like, because it has to sound like professional too. Do you have a favorite book? Do you have a favorite film? For both questions, if the answer is no, explain why. If the answer is yes, what are they and explain why. Then I also have to have, what academic goals beyond those above, which are questions above, do you hope to achieve in this course or as a result of this course? Try to be thoughtful here. I'm not really interested in a grade you want, though that may be a part of the answer. Oh, I have to do this until Monday. This isn't reading my ELA assignment to you. This is answering your question, so I'll get back on that. What are some of your favorite ways to relax? Favorite ways to relax. So, probably like watching YouTube videos, but amongst YouTube videos, I also really like to watch ASMR videos. They're just really nice. I don't use ASMR to fall asleep, to be honest, although sometimes I will fall asleep watching them. It's just a nice relaxation, and it's just like good background noise to have. I also really like watching K-dramas, if that helps. But YouTube videos, K-dramas, ASMR, 3 ways. The next one is, one thing you'll never give up. Food. No, I'm just kidding. If you give up on food, you're giving up on life. Anyways, I guess you didn't mean that, but the question didn't mean that. I guess I'll just answer with YouTube. The next question is, what makes you... Oh my god, but I hope people aren't going to like look at this 10 years from now on and they'll be like, she said she'll never give up YouTube. Why is she giving YouTube up now? Obviously, I don't know what the future holds for me, but I wonder what I'll be doing in 10 years. I'll be 25. I hopefully got a job by then. Okay, next. How do you cope with so many thoughts inside your head? How did you know I have so many thoughts inside my head? I'm that one person that can't fall asleep because I have so many things going on inside my head, which is a problem. But I think the best way to resolve that is to write all of it down. If it's like issues that you have, then just write it down. If there's like 10,000 assignments that you have to do, write that down. Like in a to-do list. I have a to-do list which is not upstairs right now, but I just essentially write down all of the stuff that I have to do for the day or next few days, and that's kind of how I organize my thoughts. But other than that, I'll try journaling. I have a journal here. This isn't a show and tell video. Oh, here it is. I have a journal. You guys have probably seen it in my journaling videos. Actually, I only have 3. I have 3 pages left. Holy frick. I used a lot of this journal, but a lot of the pages I cleared out because I wasn't satisfied with the result, which you probably shouldn't do, but I do have a journaling video planned. So that is that. I just do that whenever I feel like it, even if I'm not like writing down like a diary style. I always like to kind of like make a fun list and then cover it with washi tape to make it aesthetic. So that is what I do. The next question is, what makes you happy? I guess just little things like, I don't know. What makes me happy? Oh, when my video does really well on YouTube, that makes me happy. That's kind of superficial, but it makes me happy when a YouTube video does well and people like it. But I guess like talking to my friends also makes me happy, just like in class, which maybe I shouldn't do, but that makes me happy. Eating good food. Right now, okay, a few days ago, I drank tea, right, oolong tea, and I burnt my tongue. So it's hard. Life is hard. I burnt my tongue and I basically can't taste things the way I used to. But it's getting better, so don't worry. I hate it when that happens, when you're eating something or drinking something hot and it burns your tongue. Oh, that just sucks. The next question is, or the last question that I have actually, that I wrote down here, there are probably more that I didn't respond to, but I tried to respond to all of them. And if you probably like answered like within the day that I uploaded the community post, I probably replied to it as compared to like a week later. Anyways, the last question is juicy. Wow. When you like someone, would you do the first move or the other way around? Usually when I like someone, I just don't tell them, which I haven't liked the guy in a while. That's so sad. Actually, that's not really true. Like a year ago, I liked someone, and that's like a long time ago. It feels like a long time ago. 'Cause, like right now I'm in a new school, the new environment, new people. Not really new people. I still hang out with all my old friends, but I guess in terms of the guys, they're new people. But none of them I really like. No offense, guys in my school. Like, they're all nice and stuff, but not crush material. Anyways, I think these days I would do the first move, but like in grade 5, this is a really funny story. I think it's great that I saved this for last. So, in grade 5, which was in Korea, I used to like this guy, but first, we were in the same class in grade 5, so every month we would change like seating plans, and like essentially we just sat in like 2 like partners, I guess. And I was partners with this guy that I basically did not know, and I was like, okay, I'm fine with that. I don't remember, but I probably had that reaction because I didn't know him. Probably preferred to have like my friends next, but whatever. And then apparently I didn't know, but my friends were like, "Oh my God, did you hear that guy? He said thank you, teacher," after um your your partners were decided. I was like, "Really?" And then eventually I found out that he liked me, and then I liked him. But when I liked him, he didn't like me, and then he liked me, and then I didn't like him. And it's just like this back and forth thing. And then he asked me out, texting. That isn't acceptable. And then I said, like, get lost, or maybe a little harsher version of that in Korean. And then, yeah. So basically, that's like the closest thing to a relationship that I've been in. But yeah, I really liked him. He was really nice. Maybe I should have treated him that way. It's all in the past now. I can't even find his phone number. So those are all of the questions. Yay. I hope that podcast was successful. Honestly, this doesn't really seem like a podcast because I'm showing my face and it's not just the audio. Also, you're watching this on YouTube. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I am really excited to upload this because it's just a different style. Maybe I can make it into a like exactly 1 hour video. But anyways, I have a lot of podcast videos planned, and if you guys would like to see a specific podcast topic, please comment down below. So I'll just remind you guys again because I said this an hour ago. So I have like the K-drama podcast related video planned. I also have like solutions to your problems kind of podcast planned. I also have that 100 questions and 100 answers podcast planned. So those are like 3. If you guys have any other like requests you want me to do, I would be more than happy to be doing that. But I could also do like another FAQ, or not FAQ, like a random Q&A video, because those are always fun, just to kind of jump around questions and know more about me. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really hope you enjoyed this. Obviously, this is my first podcast that I've ever done, so if I'm like, this is like really awkward and this is just weird, I'm sorry. But I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.